Hello. Hello. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And a happy Easter to you and your family. How is everybody doing? You're welcome. My name is Ewa Adeli, and I am so delighted to be here to welcome you to Moments of Hope with Ewa. We're in the spring season, and it's the Easter weekend, and it's a sunny and a bright day. And so it's a combination of renewal, rebirth, restoration, resurrection, and it's a new beginning for you and for me. And so can I for a second say, this is the time and this is a season for renewed you. And on this platform, Moments of Hope with Ewa, we focus and we aim to inform, to educate, to create awareness on cancer, support cancer patients by meeting their physical, their mental, emotional, and spiritual needs. Now, one of the ways we do this is by having conversations like we're going to be doing today. And so, for today's edition, we will be discussing renewing your health. Renewing your health. So, when we talk about renewal, we mean like to make new, to restore to its original existence, to rebuild. We will be looking at what the original design is for our health. Then why do we get sick? And what can we do to renew our health and renew ourselves? Like I always say on these sessions, that these sessions are beneficial for everyone, for anyone. So if you're a very healthy person, you're welcome. If you're not very keen on health or have no idea on what it is to be healthy, you're welcome as well. And so I'm encouraging you to stay tuned. This is a time to share. This is a time to invite your friends, your family to join us. Okay? Just share, invite your friends, like and subscribe. And so I have a special guest in the house with me today who will be sharing with us, and we're taking our theme for today, which is renewing your health. My guest speaker today is a pharmacist by profession and a God doctor by passion. What a wonderful job description that is. He's the founder of Genesis chapter 1, verse 29. And can I ask that we go to Genesis chapter 1, verse 29 and read that, open it before us, even as he will be speaking, so that it will give us a bit more information. And also another program called Casein Ketosis. He's a speaker. He has organized and attended, several webinars, trainings, and workshops doing what he will be doing today. He promotes and he informs that the body is designed to heal itself. And so, people, I ask that you welcome with me Mr. Vincent Uchegbu. You're very welcome. Happy Easter, Vincent. It's a great pleasure to have your moments of hope. Thank you for accepting to be a guest on the show today, and I am so glad that you're here today. I am also on the platform Genesis 129, and Vincent is our coach. He's a founder, he's our instructor, and I always look for the time when we go on, detoxing. So welcome, and it's a pleasure to have you today. So I'm going to ask you,
Thank you very
a
much.
few words to tell us about yourself.
Thank you very much, Ewa. I am very grateful to be here. Um, like you said, my name is Vincent. For all those who know me and those who don't know me, I have been a pharmacist for 19 years now in the UK. And in 2007, I branched off a little to understand exactly what happens in the human body as God made it. This happened when my mother got sick. She was diagnosed of cancer in 2007. So that really was my inspiration to learn more than what I know conventionally. And that led me to start the Genesis 1:29 because one of the major things that I learned was what we eat is a very, very, very major contributing factor to sicknesses. And so I went off that, and that's why you see a God doctor trying to teach, basically, not the doctor of doctor, but I acquired a few certifications in herbal medicine, which I use in helping people when I consult with people, trying to find out the root causes of their problems and tackling it from that point. So, whatever you've seen there, that is who I am, as simple as it can be. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you. Thank you for shedding more light on how you came about being a God doctor. That's really, really interesting. Thank you so, so much for that. And for everyone else joining me, I can see a few more people joining the broadcast. Thank you so much. You're welcome to Moments of Hope with Ewa. And on this edition, we're looking at renewing your health. And we have Vincent who will be speaking to us today on that topic. So I'm going to ask you all, take your pen, take your paper, to be able to make some notes on different things that you can do. And also, I would encourage you, if you want to grab a healthy drink, cup of water, and just feel relaxed as I yield the floor to Vincent to take us through. Thank you so much. And so over to you.
Thank you very much, Ewa. I'm grateful. I'm really, really grateful to be talking today. I have a great passion when it comes to health, simply because I feel that God did not create a flawed human body. God had a plan, He had a design in mind for humanity. So when He made us, He first made the earth, provided everything in the earth to support life on earth. And so there was a plan that was already laid out that will support us. So in the very beginning of creation in Genesis, God created man and woman and blessed them. So we started life as a blessed creature. And God said they should be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it and have dominion over this earth, dominion over the fish of the sea and over the fowl of the air and every living thing that moves on this surface of this earth. Now, this dominion includes our dominion over bacteria, viruses, fungi, parasites, yeast, and all these things that can sometimes attack our body. We call them opportunists. So we must understand this creation. There was a plan that we will have dominion. So right from your head all the way to your feet, every organ has not just appeared by chance. They are positioned for a reason where they are, and the cells that you have been also programmed in a way to communicate with each other and to distribute things to each other and to eliminate things from the body so that we can be well. And so, what is really health according to how God made this body? Health is a state of well-being. It's not necessarily the fact that you have a sickness and so you are unhealthy. No. Health is a state of well-being. So somebody might have a sickness, but might be healthier than somebody who is not even experiencing anything yet. And so that's why we say it's a state of well-being, because there are so many factors that play when we deal with health. So somebody might not be eating well, but they may not be sick at that moment. But somebody is eating very well, but they may be a bit sick in one or two areas, which we call sickness, but might just be a symptom of a sickness that is showing up for the person to deal with at that time. So a lot of times, what we are doing is we are treating symptoms rather than treating the root cause of diseases. Many people, they will have a little pain here, they will take a painkiller, which, yeah, it makes sense. It takes away the pain. You have a headache here, you take painkillers, We are living in a time where there is a pill for every illness. Every illness has a pill. The motivation in today's health industry, or so-called health industry, is to make a pill for every ill. Now, I want you to have an open mind today. There are things I will be saying that may shake the foundations of your knowledge a bit, but don't let it bother you, because you will have the chance to ask questions. So we have so many medicines today that we take as a result of different aspects of our bodies becoming sick. Now, sickness happens when the rate at which our body is repairing itself is exceeded by the rate at which the body is damaging. So there are things that damage the body, and there are things that repair the body. If you are going to be healthy or be in that state of health, the rate at which you are repairing and building has to exceed the rate at which you are damaging. Then you will be healthy. So, a lot of Christians can fall sick today, not because God is not faithful in his covenant of healing. It's simply because we are not taking responsibility of the God-given body. This body is called a temple in the Bible. It's a temple. And so as a temple, God dwells within it. So it is very important that we learn how not to damage it, but how to optimize the cells so that they can deliver health to us. Now, when I say sickness, there is a few things that can cause sickness. Number one is what I have already mentioned. The fact that we take medicines for every symptom without dealing with the root cause of the problem is one of the ways that leads us to sickness in 4 different ways. Way number one, deficiency, the deficiency net. A lot of us are deficient of the basic fundamentals of life: vitamins, minerals, enzymes, coenzymes, cofactors, and all these micronutrients, phytochemicals that are needed to build health. Every single cell in your body needs some form or one form of these things to function properly. But because of the lifestyle we have today and the kinds of food that is available today, which I call dead foods, like what we call fast foods, foods that have been processed, junk, they have been designed to make you want to eat more. You eat more and big sizes of these foods, not because you want to, but your body has been programmed by the ingredients in the foods for you to want more. And so you eat more. So when you go to certain places, you will see they have made room for these things by giving you larger sizes of drinks that is laden with sugar, burgers that are bigger sizes, and big upsized chips and crackers and all these things, which can cause disease. So you are deficient. You hardly eat any live food, so you can get sick. Now, I will touch on certain ailments like cancer, stroke, and heart diseases. But I just want to give you a general view of how this body works. So you can be deficient and get sick. Number two, we live in a world where there is serious pollution. Pollution in the food you eat, pollution in the drinks you are drinking, pollutions in the atmosphere, pollutions in the things you even apply on the body that introduces toxins in your body. So toxicity is another way that you can be sick broadly. Then number three, the other avenue of sickness is what I call the bugs or the opportunists. Recently, we've been hit by a viral outbreak, and it has put fear in us. Just a little microorganism has put fear in everybody, and we have taken decisions that has caused us a setback at the moment financially, simply because we are trying to avoid contact with the virus. Bacteria, fungi, parasites, yeast, these are opportunists that when they get in to a weakened body can cause disease or sickness. Number four, metabolic issues. Metabolism is how your body takes in food and releases energy. Sometimes, because of your habits and the way you eat and what you eat, you can have metabolic errors. And these errors can make you sick broadly. It can suppress thyroid function. It can suppress adrenal gland function. It can just shift you into a place where you are sick. So these four major things I've mentioned, take note of them. Your sickness is one of these. And most of the times, when you come to see somebody like me, my aim is to establish where the sickness or the condition is coming from, the root cause of the problem, not necessarily the symptom you are telling me. So you may have a lump somewhere in your body. Now, that lump is a symptom of something else. It's not the cause of your problem. Even though when you go to see your doctor, unfortunately, because our doctors are not exposed to some of these things I'm telling you today, they may start treating the lump. Yes, maybe the lump is compressing certain organs or tissues. Maybe the lump is causing you discomfort. Maybe the lump is releasing toxins that can affect your overall health. So they will tackle the lump. Now, the process of tackling that lump might introduce toxicities to you. The process may not prevent the spread of whatever caused the lump. The process could also cause side effects. But health, as designed by God, is to find the root cause of a problem and deal with it so that the symptom does not appear. A lot of us today are learning health from the world, even as Christians. Most Christians don't learn health from the principles that God has given us. There are things God has told us not to eat, but we will find an excuse and eat the most of those things. There are meats that are supposed to be environmental filters, but we eat these meats a lot, and they introduce a lot of toxins to us. There are so many things that God has mentioned that we should do, but we don't do them simply because they don't satisfy the needs of our flesh. Health, as designed by God, or this body as designed by God, is designed to heal itself. The best doctor, the best pharmacist is inside your body. There is an intricate and an elaborate design God made to help you heal. The healing that you are looking for is already inside your body. You have been made to believe that your body has a problem. But I have come to tell you today that the construction of your body is without compromise. Your body is designed flawlessly. It was made to heal itself. Now, example, when you cut yourself, you can pray for it to heal. You can choose not to pray for it to heal. But do you know what will happen? It will heal. Whether you pray or you didn't pray. Your body that cut will undergo processes that will make it heal. Isn't that wonderful? You are in a cold environment and your body detects that you're in a cold environment. Your hair will grow faster to keep you warm. You are in a high altitude. Your circulatory system will adapt itself to help you acquire enough oxygen, because there's less oxygen as when you go higher up. Your body will find a way, circulate quicker, heart pumps quicker so that you can get oxygen for the cells. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that a design that interests you? That your body even has the ability to adapt to changing situations both in the environment and internally. So your human body knows what to do when there is a problem. It is part of the design. To maintain this design, in Genesis 1:29, God told his first creation what to eat. God gave a prescription called eat to his first creation. And that prescription called eat in Genesis 1:29 talks about herbs. It talks about fruits with seed in them. Now, isn't it beautiful that when we eat, we also get pleasure? Now, we have taken the pleasurable part of eating and we have neglected the nutritional part of it. Meanwhile, your body needs energy to heal. Every aspect of your tissues, organs, cells can only heal and perform their functions properly when they receive nutrients from Genesis 1:29. That thing that God gave as primary food must interest us as Christians to do, because this human body did not just fall or come up by chance. The design is so perfect that it couldn't have been just an ordinary thing that just came. Everything is placed in its right position. Your heart is in the chest cavity for a reason. Your brain is in the skull as part of the healing mechanisms. Everything is placed in a particular position. Your joints are there as part of healing that you have to move. Everything is so designed in God's human body that when something goes wrong, the body will do something. But in doing this, sometimes it can produce symptoms. These symptoms is an awareness creation to you that, listen, there's something going wrong somewhere. Your job is to find out what has gone wrong. Many people don't ask this question. You have a problem, you don't ask yourself, so what caused the problem? Nobody does that. The moment the doctor diagnoses something like arthritis, you go for painkillers. But what caused the arthritis? He diagnoses fibromyalgia. You go for medication. But what caused the fibromyalgia? Everything diagnosed, you go for medication. Whenever my advice to you today is go for information. Find out what caused the problem or what could be causing the problem. Seek advice from people who work with root cause. They analyze root causes of things and give you treatments that would take away the symptom forever, basically, if possible. Because when you treat symptoms, you will get sick. It will lead you to one of the four. People get bugs, and we treat it with things like antibiotics. I'm not saying any of these things are bad, but when you focus on killing the bugs and you don't focus on what caused the bugs to come in or to overpower you, then you will be doing quite a lot of damage to your health, because you will be taking these antibiotics, and you know what? You damage your protection against diseases. You weaken your immune system. God put the immune system there to keep you away from sickness. Your immune system is your God-given healing doctor in your body. But God expects you to be a steward of these things. You need to take care of these things. They don't happen by magic. You know, we have made God a poo-poo cleaner. That's what I say. We have made him a poo-poo cleaner. We mess and we expect God to come and clean. God doesn't always like to do that job. He gave us his son, Jesus Christ, on a time like this, Easter, so that we can come into knowledge. What I'm teaching you today is to help you generally take care of yourself. Bible says that through wisdom, a house is built. So your body is the house, is the temple. Through wisdom, it is built. Through understanding, it is established. And through knowledge, the rooms are filled. What are you filling your rooms with? Is it joy or is it pain? Have you sought the wisdom of God in how to heal or help your body to heal? We must align our thoughts and our actions to the original design. That design that says we are going to have dominion over all these things on earth, including bacteria, including viruses. That wisdom, that foolishness of wisdom that God uses to confound the wise one, the wise of the earth. That's what we should seek. So you have garbage, and for example, you've left garbage in front of your house, for example, and you've not done anything about it. You've just left it for 7 days, let's say. When you go visit that garbage, what do you think will happen? It will be filled with bugs. How do you get rid of the bugs? What we are doing today is we go and buy a bug spray, spray it, and kill the bugs, isn't it? And we leave the garbage there. When you come back 7 days again, what do you think will happen? The bugs will come back. You can go back to the shop and buy a bug spray and spray it, kill the bugs. Leave the garbage there and you will still find the bugs. What is the most intelligent thing to do to get rid of these bugs? It's simple. Get rid of the garbage. Remove the garbage. It's as simple as that. That's exactly what we are doing to our health. Bugs show up and we get bug spray. Yes, sometimes you might need to get bug spray, but do you try to do things that will prevent the bugs from coming back? You leave a bucket of water stagnant, come back 7 days, look into that water, bugs everywhere. You can buy bug spray, same problem will happen. You spray, you kill the bugs, you come back, the bugs are there. Or you can dump the water and the bugs are gone. If you have fluid stuck in your chest area and it gets infected, what do you think will happen? You have chest infection. You have fluid stuck around your throat and bugs get into those fluid, opportunists get there, what do you think will happen? You have throat problems, sore throat, tonsillitis, all those things happen there. So what do you have to do? A bit of movement, get the fluids going, get the lymphatics moving, and the bugs cannot stay there. Simple. This is the design. You do things in line with how God has designed you. Why do you think you have joints? It's because God wants you to move. Are you moving enough? Or are you sedentary? Are you exercising? These are clues to a healthy lifestyle. So, with all the technological advancements in the world today, with all the medical science that we have today, with all the information that we've been given today, we still have 3 major killers. Most people will exit this world either through a heart disease, cancer, or a stroke. The foods that they are giving us is not food. They are dead stuff that we are eating. And most of us eat it from morning till night. We drink it from morning till night. We don't exercise much, and we just imbibe these sugars, especially sugar. And so, heart disease will come in. How does heart disease come in? When you eat a lot of sugary foods, when you eat foods that cause you to store fats, your blood vessels can harden. They can harden such that the elasticity is lost. The flow of oxygen to the heart muscles is affected because the tubes through which blood flows are narrowed because of the plugging or hardening. And so you develop various kinds of heart diseases. So even sometimes your heart muscles begins to die because there isn't much oxygen getting there. That is simply heart disease. Where did it come from? From the kinds of foods we are eating. There's so many things in the foods we are eating today. Sometimes you buy things, they say no sugar. Read carefully, even though it says no sugar, you will see an artificial sugar like aspartame added to it. You eat things that says no sugar, but when you're eating it, you can taste the sweetness. It's more than even when there is sugar. It's because they've added things like that, artificial sugars. And that kills your nervous system. That affects you negatively, not positively. But it's got to appeal to your taste buds so you can keep eating them. Because we have been brainwashed in certain things that makes us take decisions like this without consulting God or the Bible. Bible says, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. That's why we are perishing. And he says, if you do not acquire the knowledge, I will abandon you. If you read further, Hosea 4:6. That's why we perish. He said, my own people. So Christians are sick. If you go to the churches today, I've gone to speak in churches. Most people are sick. So it bothers my mind. How can God give such promises and people still be this sick in his church? What is going on? Our pastors have taught the mechanics of faith that will help us to heal, which helps some people who have practiced it well to heal. But even without that, there is something called responsibility. There's something that is called knowledge. That's why I'm here today. We need to understand that this body works on certain vital foundations. You have to feed it right. That's number one. You have to feed it right. Eating is not only for pleasure, it's also to give the body the nutrients it needs. You have to eat the right kinds of carbohydrates, complex carbohydrates, not all these refined crackers, sugars, and things like that. They are refined. When I say refined, what I mean is the food has been stripped of its nutrients, and they have now given you the dead bit that can stay longer on the shelf, and they've added sugar to it to make it taste nice. So we eat it in the morning. We say it's cereal, and we eat. But this cereal, the grain originally had things like bits of fats there, proteins there, that holds the sugar intact so that it doesn't cause you to release too much insulin that makes you sick. But you are eating it. It's a cereal in the morning. Every morning you are eating a refined food. Because that is what promotes the profits for the food industry. Then you get sick and the medical industry takes over. So we are making profits for the medical system because we lack the knowledge that we need to be able to stay healthy. Be fruitful is a design in your body. Multiply is a design in your body. As we are all sat here now, even the hair cells are multiplying, your blood vessels are multiplying. Every 3 months, your entire red blood cells will be changed. Every single year, the whole cells in your body will change. But the question is, what is it changing from and to? If you have 6 cells now that you're not working on, you will multiply 6 cells. Are you being fruitful in this way? When you go to shower, you see it. Hair will fall off. The old one is going, the new ones have come. But what is the state of the new one? The state of the new one depends on the state of the current one. You have to eat right to build the system from sickness or sick cells to healthy cells, so that healthy cells will multiply to give us healthy cells again. You see how it works? This This is the design, the divine design. Healing is either by the divine intervention or through the design. The design has healing in it. Like I said in the beginning, the best doctor is within. Your body can deal with stress if God put it there. Through your adrenal glands, you will deal with stress every day. But if you cause your body to overstress, you can overwhelm organs. People are diabetic today simply because their pancreas is overwhelmed. It cannot produce enough quality insulin to convert the excess sugar in their blood for storage. So the sugar is floating about unchallenged. They develop retinopathies in the eyes, in the kidneys, in the nerves. You see some of them have to lose their legs because it can't heal, because there's too much sugar floating about, because the pancreas is overwhelmed and is packed up. Simple, very simple things like this. And so, how would we align ourselves with God's healing plan? How would we do that? Now, I have mentioned heart disease. I've not forgotten. Now, cancer, the next one. You eating lots of sugar again, lots of refined carbohydrates. In fact, the society, we've become what I call carboholics. We've become addicted to carbohydrates. Everything we eat is carbohydrate. Everything. Carb. Hardly would you see enough proteins or enough good fats. And the unfortunate aspect is that carbohydrates, the body is not designed to depend on carbohydrates alone for energy. In fact, fats are the energy stores that the body needs to function properly. It needs to burn fats to produce more energy. When you burn a molecule of fat, you get 9 kilocalories of energy. But when you burn a molecule of carbohydrate, you get 4 kilocalories. So you get 2 and a quarter times more energy from fats. Wouldn't we all be happy to have 2 and a quarter times more energy? But the problem is that because we are eating a lot of carbohydrates, our body doesn't even get the chance to burn fats, because the carbs we are eating are the wrong carbs. The body will quickly want to burn those ones out before touching the fats. Your body cannot depend on 2 forms of energy at the same time. It will take care of the toxic one first before tackling the other one. But unfortunately, by the time you eat your next meal, it's a carb again. So the body never gets the chance to actually break down the fats. And so what happens? You store it. When you store it in an environment like this, where toxins are everywhere, toxins store within fat tissues. And when toxins get there, they can now cause the cell to misbehave. Cells will start to multiply. Cells are always multiplying, but they would over multiply when the toxic burden is very high. Cells will multiply more. And when toxicity is high, your immune system is low. It's down-regulated. And when the immune system is down-regulated, do you know what happens? It begins to miss these cells that it will normally squash under a process called apoptosis. It will now overtake your cells, and starts to multiply. It starts to multiply and keep multiplying. And very soon, your body will put it in a collection, and it will appear somewhere in your body as a tumor or as some kind of a growth. And then the doctor says, you've got cancer. In reality, it's a symptom that has come up. Even the cancer tumor is a symptom. You know, the mindset has to be right for healing to occur. The Bible says, I wish above all things that you prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. So our greatest job is to make the soul to prosper. When the soul, which includes the mind, when it prospers, we can be healthy. It says health and prosperity. It could be any form of prosperity, is when this one prospers. So we need to stay away from fear and understand that that tumor that has showed up is a symptom of something else that needs to be dealt with, which can be fixed either by looking at deficiencies, looking at toxicities. You may need a detox. We call it detox. It can be done in various ways. One of the most effective ones is liver detox. It could be a metabolic correction that you might need to do. Reduce the carbohydrate intake that has caused the problem and start shifting energy requirements so that your body can gain enough energy to heal. It could be a case of you've been overwhelmed because your immune system is down by bugs. So you may need to move a bit more. You may need to take some herbs to cleanse certain parts of your body so that these toxicity, your immune system is built up to fight the bugs, and you might get you will get well. Not that you might get well, you will get well. So what I call primary health care, the first thing on your primary health care list has to be feeding, cellular nutrition. You need to feed your body at the cellular level, because at the cellular level, that is the level where everything that shows on the outside starts from. You must eat good carbohydrates. You must understand carbohydrates and eat good carbohydrates. What are the good carbohydrates? Whole foods. Eat whole foods. Stay away from refined ones. Some people, they will eat pizza, morning pizza, afternoon pizza, evening pizza. Your body is not recognizing it as food. Some people, they will eat artificial or processed meats, ham. They will eat sausages, bacons, all these things. Now, I'm not saying you can't eat them, but what I'm saying is cut down on these things, because these things are processed. They have other ingredients in them that can harm or make your body slow down. They can down-regulate you. So when you are eating foods in their various categories like carbohydrate, proteins, and fats, you must eat the better versions of these. You must eat whole foods in carbohydrate class, which we call complex carbohydrates, not the simple ones. When you eat proteins, eat healthy proteins, good meats, eggs, cheese, not too much, but eat good ones. Don't eat genetically modified meats or plants, whatever you are eating. Don't eat things that you know will give your body saturated fats. Our cells are aligned by the fats we eat. If you eat good fats, nuts, for example, flaxseed, olive oils, things like that, when it comes to the fats, you are lining your cells with unsaturated fats that allows things to move in and out of the cell, so toxins can come out, nutrients can move in. They surround your cells. So you have to think about these things, that you are feeding yourself with healthy fats, with good proteins, and with good carbohydrates. Don't just eat anyhow. It will cause disease at some point, trust me. And it doesn't matter if you're a Christian or not, you can develop these diseases. In the church, we are as sick as those who are in the world. So it's not like I'm trying to say something that doesn't exist. It does exist, my brothers and sisters. You have to eat well. Then number 2 on your primary health care is to clean. Clean or cleanse. There are 5 filters in your body. Everything you are eating, everything you are coming into contact with, there are 5 filters. You've got the liver. The liver is your chemical filter. Every chemical that goes into your body in the form of food or in the form of medicine or what you are inhaling, anything that's a chemical of chemical base, your liver deals with it. So your liver becomes your chemical filter. It might need cleaning from time to time. 2, your lungs and the airways, they are your air filters. When you breathe, they filter the air that you breathe. So from time to time, they will need cleaning. Your kidneys, fluid filters. From time to time, they will need cleaning. Your spleen is your red blood cell filter. From time to time, Genesis 1:29, the herbs provides you the healing or the cleansing for these things. There are herbs for these things. You seek the information and you get it and you do what you need to do to be well. And 5, the 5th one is your intercellular filters, which you have to also cleanse from time to time. You have debris, collection of waste. Even the 6th one, your colon, everybody dumps their waste in the colon. The colon is the place where it's like in an office where you drink and everybody's throwing their waste in some bin somewhere. Somebody will fly their can Coke container into the bin. Everybody's throwing. That's what the colon is like. Every of these filters dumps it there to go out from there. So when you go to toilet, you are not just going to toilet of what you ate, but of all the things that has been dealt with, you excrete it. So that's why you need to empty. Otherwise, if you don't empty, you will pollute your blood. Bible says the blood, the life of everything is in its blood. The state of your blood will determine whether you will be sick or not. A lot of times, our blood is acidic because most of the time from our gut, we've not digested and dealt with the foods properly. So there's something called putrefaction, where your waste is seeping into the blood from your gut. And what happens? You can get sick. You can get cancer that way. Just from your gut, your stomach, let me put it that way. The state is not good. There are certain good bacteria that should help you digest food properly, that should help take care of the linings of your gut, that should help you with certain minerals and certain enzymes, but you don't have enough good bacteria to do that. So right from the gut, of which 80% of your immune system is wrapped around there, you could have a problem where your immune system can get weak through your gut. So your gut has to be very well taken care of. Anybody who wants to be well must deal with their gut. If you are sick of cancer, we start from the gut. If you want to protect yourself from cancer, we start from your gut. Your gut has to be constantly in a good state for your health to be okay. Because if it's not in a good state, you have putrefaction. You have things seeping into your blood becomes acidic, and cancer can start from there as well. And so you eat things that helps to introduce alkaline, like fruits, vegetables. Genesis 1:29 is a healing mechanism. If you want to heal, Genesis 1:29, I don't care which sickness you've got, Genesis 1:29 will start the process for you. It will feed your cells. It will cleanse these filters I talked about. It doesn't matter. Just eat fruits and vegetables for a period of time. I tell you, you can change your health around easily. The problem is that most of us do not have the tenacity. We don't have the strength to be able to stay on such food for long because of how we've trained ourselves, because of how society has trained us. So we eat, we crave for the wrong foods. But if you stayed on these, I challenge you that you will be well. You have no choice not to be well. Doesn't matter what's wrong with you. Just develop the ability that you're going to eat that which was designed for your designed body. Your body was designed to depend on these things. That's how you have dominion. You can't have dominion any other way without the Creator's instructions. It says, eat Genesis 1:29. It says, I have blessed you. You have everything you need. Everything we need for living is given to us. Everything we need for godliness is given to us already. So we are already healed. That's what the Bible says. You are already healed. Your healing is in the body and it's in the environment, in the earth. We were not made for the earth. The earth was made for us. It's a support system for healing. As a Christian, you must understand these things. So cancer, stored fats, toxins can kick it off. Acidic environment will kick it off. Stroke, you have things, hardened plugs in your blood vessels breaking off and blocking certain parts of the brain's supply of oxygen. So certain parts of your brain can be blocked or prevented from receiving nutrition and oxygen, and they would die. And if they die, you can develop, if it's affecting a motor neuron, you can develop a stroke where you have partial or total paralysis of half of your body, of some parts of your body, and that's a stroke, and it kills a lot of people. It's the number 3 killer disease of today. Cancer is number 2. Number 1, heart disease. All these things have a common denominator: how you feed yourself, how you cleanse the cells. The final one is, are you protecting your cells? I don't know if you've heard about something called antioxidants. When you eat an apple and you keep it, you take a bite and keep the apple, it turns brown. Why? Because it's going through what we call oxidation. The presence of oxygen causes what we call oxidation, and the thing starts to spoil. If you have a steel and you leave the steel outside, it starts to rust. Oxygen interacting with it causes it to rust. The same thing happens to our body. As we inhale oxygen, we undergo oxidative damage. But God has already put in the design, like I told you, your body can tackle anything. And in that design, your body produces antioxidants by itself to tackle these things and clean them up. Normally, oxidation will produce free radicals, but your body produces antioxidants. Internally, you have a whole glutathione system that tidies up everything and wipes off all these things. But if for any reason you are not taking care of the body, you are not eating things like vitamin A that helps you produce what we call natural killer cells, that helps you to produce what we call T helper cells. So you're not eating good eggs, good meats, good oils, things that gives you vitamin A, which we call beta carotenes. You could struggle with your health because the vitamin A supports that internal immune system. Vitamin C, you're not eating enough fruits, you will have problems. You're not putting in enough vitamin C, you can't protect the cells. There are so many different things, selenium, zinc, they need to go in to protect you. So you need to eat these things as part of your diet to protect the whole system. You see, so the body is purely designed in a way to heal itself. Anything that happens to you, the body is already has the solution. You have to support it. Feed, clean, and protect. That's the key to renewing your health. Thank you, Ewa. I think I'll stop here for now. And there's a lot, but I've tried to summarize it the best I can so that we can get the concept right. So over to you, Ewa. Thank you very much to all those.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you so, so much, Vincent. Wow, there is so much that you have packed into, the few minutes that we have been here. What a very, very informative presentation. So much thought-provoking insights. Already, I'm already thinking how I'm going to go back and start with my kitchen, take immediate actions on how I can renew my health. Like I said, that for people on the platform listening, whatever stage you are at. So if you're someone who is very, very healthy, you have all the information, there's always room to renew your health. When Vincent was saying that, you know, that being sick does not mean you're unhealthy, that even a sick person or somebody who's just got a diagnosis could even be healthier than somebody who hasn't been diagnosed at all. That is so insightful, because that person may not, whatever it is that is in their body may not have come to fore at the moment because they are still eating unhealthy. They're still doing things that are not healthy at all. Wow. Thank you so, so much. I mean, there's just so much I have written, I have taken notes, you know. Um, and I hope that everyone on the platform, there's been one or two things that you have picked up. You can always come back to this platform and the videos are there on YouTube. You can go back and just watch again, listen, share with somebody, and there are different things that we can do. And when when he was talking, I remember that we've been talking about Genesis chapter 1 verse 29, that God did not create a flawed human being. He did not create a flawed human body. He's given us instructions. He's given us the manual for which to maintain this body. And so I just felt it is important to read this Genesis chapter 129. And I'm going to read it. And it says, and God said, so the manufacturer said, that's the manual for us. Do you understand? Whoever made our body said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of the earth, and every tree in which is a fruit of a tree of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be food. That is our food. I know I'm guilty. There are times when, because of things that you have been eating or you've been exposed to, you have a taste, you have acquired taste and all of that. But we're renewing our minds. We're renewing our information. We're renewing our health to say these things are not good for us. Let's move back to the things that are good for us. Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't want to reiterate all that he has said, but then I think it's important to sort of emphasize the filters he said that are in our body. Those are the things that are helping us to keep healthy. So whatever we are eating, let's think, what is this doing to my liver, to my lungs, to my kidney, to my spleen, to the intercellular filters, and to your colon? I've been asking questions on my platform to say, why do you eat? What is the reason for eating? Why do you and I eat? Was it Dr. Miles Monroe, of blessed memory, who said that if we do not know the purpose of a thing, there's bound to be abuse. So I'm going to ask us, are we abusing our health? Now, the time is fast spent, but I think it's important that we ask a question. And this is for This somebody sent in this question, and this is with regards to any sort of sickness that you're going through. So, Vincent, the question is, I have received a health diagnosis, okay? I'm currently on medication. Now, you've talked about renewing my health. Is the medication prescribed not supposed to heal me? So this person has a health condition and they've been given, medication and they are taking it. And they're saying, is the medication not supposed to heal them? And you are a pharmacist. You are the one that prescribed this medication to him. Eh? So is the medication not supposed to heal? What are we talking about renewing your health? So what would be your response to that? Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. Now, there is a time during your health journey that you need to also see a doctor. Now, the doctors help you to relieve. Sometimes the sickness that you're going through can become a stress in itself in your body. So that symptom of pain or whatever the symptom is can now pose itself as another factor in your body causing stress that is now deteriorating you. So the doctor gives you, let's say, something to block the sensation of the pain. The stress is relieved. You don't feel it anymore. But that pain, for example, is a symptom of something else not right somewhere. So what I would say you should do is use the medication to relieve that stress and then deal with the root cause. So now look for information. Why do I have this question is very important to everybody listening to me. Why did I develop this problem? If you miss this question, you can be trapped in medication. Before you know it, you are carrying a bag. Because one medicine will cause a side effect that another medicine would have to deal with. Then another medicine will cause its own side effect that another one would deal with. Before you know it, you are carrying a bag. So the important reason why I'm here today is to tell you that there is a reason why you had that symptom. I'm not saying don't take the medication, but deal with the underlying root cause of the problem. Find it out. If it means consulting with somebody like me, I'll give you a health survey. You do the survey for me, and I can tell which aspect of your health is in trouble. That could be the root cause of the problem. Then we will give, if it is deficiency, we will fix that deficiency net. If it's toxicity, we will detox you so that your body toxic burden is reduced. If it is infection, we'll clean some of the filters. Whatever it is, there's a root cause, we'll do it. But then you would have reduced that stress at least with conventional medicine. Conventional medicine is for emergency use. When there's something pressurizing you, it takes time for natural approaches to work. They don't work instantly. So if you are seriously in pain, you might need something to alleviate the pain while you are dealing with the root cause of the problem for the future. So you are free. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. Wow, that is wisdom. That is wisdom. He's just told us that whatever situation that you're in, if you're not in a healthy situation, you've received a diagnosis, you're on medication for one thing or the other, carry on with the medication. That's what he said. Carry on with the medication. The doctors have prescribed it to deal with the symptoms. But then the underlying issue is still there. What are you doing with it? If you don't deal with the underlying situation, it comes about what I call a circle of affliction. Before you know it, you start carrying a bag of medication, and it goes on and it goes on and it goes on. I mean, even if you don't have anything, which is what I believe, I want to believe that everybody on this platform is, seek about a healthier you. Seek about renewing you So wherever you are at, you can decide and say, okay, I just want to make myself fresher. I just want to make myself look younger. I just want to make myself feel better. I have been eating a lot of this. Maybe I want to, eat a bit more vegetables. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. That's how God has designed our body. That's how the manufacturer has said we should live. Thank you so much, Vincent, for your time. Now, I know that you're on a lot of programs, and just as you have spoken to us, that a lot of people may want to reach out to you. Like I said, I am on your WhatsApp platform, on your WhatsApp group, Genesis 129, and I have benefited. I'm one of the quiet ones on the platform, but I have benefited quite a lot on, particularly like I said, when we go on the detoxing journey. So I want you to just share with us, what Genesis 129 program is about and your other programs and how people can avail themselves of this opportunity.
Thank you very much. The Genesis 129 actually came about when a lady friend told me about their health journey and how a naturopath helped them. And I went to bed that night thinking, God, there's an alternative way, really, that God uses to heal people. And in the process, it hit me that Genesis 129 was the first food God gave to mankind. And if I believe that God made the body, and I believe that He gave them food, and God said He gave them a giveaway, then every condition from fertility problems, cancer, kidney problems, liver problems, thyroid problems, renal problems, everything. God gave Genesis 129 to heal us. It's as simple as that. So when you want or you start eating herbs, fruits, vegetables, you are already feeding the body, you are already cleaning the body, and you are also protecting the body. It is primary health care. So anyone that wants to join that platform, all you have to do is to possibly contact me. Maybe that's the first thing to do. On 077 53 1385. I'll repeat it. 077
Yeah.
53 221 385. Now that's the easiest way. If you contact me, I will add you on. Or if you know somebody who is already on, they will send you the link and you join on WhatsApp. We do twice a year, we cleanse the body. And there's a reason why I made it twice a year. When we start the year, we clean it. When we get to the middle of the year, we clean it again. And then we start the whole cycle again in the beginning. So at least twice every year, we are giving our body the chance to recuperate. Of all the things we are eating, just think about it. All the things we are inhaling, all the things we are applying on the body, the perfumes, the pollutants, the body is total. I'm telling you, this body, God made it so wonderful. That's why the Bible says, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. It's not just a simple thing, So we must give credit to God for what He has created so that we can live in divine health all the time. So we cleanse it twice a day. Then I have another one I do, which is called the Kaizen ketosis. Kaizen ketosis. Kaizen is a Japanese word for excellence. So the idea of that one is I told you that fats are the designed energy ingredient for producing maximum energy for the body to heal. So sometimes we withdraw from carbohydrates a bit. It's not something I encourage you to do throughout the whole year. No, just for a period of maybe 28 days or 21 days, we stay away from carbohydrates generally, whether good or bad, and just eat good fats. so that we cause the body to now start burning fats and burn even the ones we have stored that could be giving us problems in our blood vessels and everything. Some people, they are slim, but they have fats within. When you check their body fat, it's very high, but they look slim. It's all in the organs and stored around the organs. We need to burn them. So when we eat fats, we shift the metabolic process from carbs and we start to burn fats. We have more energy, we start to sweat, and that way we even reduce in size and reduce the risk of sickness. That's it. So you can still join,
Wonderful.
but yeah.
So we can still join that program as well once
And
we reach out to you
contact
on your
me and
number.
I'll for
Thank you.
one who is on it. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
free. Everything is free. There's nothing to pay. It's all free.
thank you. Thank you
But
so,
if
so
you
much.
needed my services to consult with me, then that's a different matter as well.
Okay. I'm sure there'll be quite a few people who will be consulting with you. So that's information for us. That's opportunities for us. Those are platforms that we can key into and renew ourselves, And how do we renew ourselves from what we have talked about? Feed,
Clean.
clean, protect.
That's it.
FCP.
CP.
Feed, clean, and protect. Thank you, thank you, thank you so, so much. And then he also talked about the rate at which we repair and rebuild should outweigh, the way the rate at which we treat it. We treat our
The rate of repair must be faster or outweigh the rate of damage.
of damage, the rate of damage, the rate of damage. So, like I said, so many things that we're applying, even the makeup, the cream, the perfumes, the pollutants, there's so much damage. We need to increase the rate at which we rebuild, the rate at which we repair. So that's how keep renewing, keep rebuilding, keep repairing the food you eat, the way you expose yourself, and all of that. And it's all about you being healthy. Thank you so much, Vincent, for your time. We really, really appreciate you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. It's been wonderful. I wish you could just go on and just listen to him. It's really been amazing. Thank you. Let's like, subscribe. Please encourage Mr. Vincent for me. Give a thumbs up, an amazing comment, emoji. Let's just encourage him. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today on Moments of Hope with Ewa. We've been talking about renewing our health. It's a season of renewal. It's Easter, it's spring. Let's, take this information and not just listen to it. Go back and listen, write out, look at different ways that we can renew the food we eat, all the different things that we do, and just making sure that we're feeding ourselves right, we're cleaning, and we are protecting ourselves. Thank you so much. And then on Moments of Hope, we also have a platform for anyone who is going through a cancer journey, in, impacted by cancer or affected by cancer. Please send us a DM. Please send me a DM, and we would add you to the group so that we can encourage ourselves. Thank you. There's so many people saying thank you, Mr. Vincent. Thank you. Amazing. I have Esther saying, well said, Brother Vincent. Thank you. Thank you so much. And so from me, Ewa, it's thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming on the platform Saturday morning. It's been a beautiful time with you. I have enjoyed myself. I hope you have. And I hope that you have taken one or two things away from the platform today. And if you'd like to send us an email, please send to healingsconnect@gmail.com. I'm going to put it in the comment box. Please reach out to us. If you know anyone who's going through a health challenge and they're thinking what to do, share this broadcast with them. Thank you so much, Mr. Vincent. Thank you, everyone. And for me, it's goodbye. And we'll see you again in the month of June. Thank you. God
Thank
bless
you.
you. Bye.